Hey, 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 everybody, it's Mike, KO4PDI, and I'm just finishing the most delicious item of food ever created by man, the old fashioned ice cream sandwich. This happens to be a baby blue ice cream sandwich. So creamy, so chocolatey, so delicious. Oh my God. All of a sudden, I feel like I'm in a Seinfeld episode and I'm Kramer. How you doing? We got a doctor in the house. Hey, Doctor, is it Benan? Benan, am I saying that right? Very, very nice to have you here, sir. He likes my videos. Thank you very much. I totally appreciate that. Let me open up my Discord. All right, where's Discord? There it is. We're going to do an ISS pass. It's going to be a halfway decent pass, 30-something degrees. 32.6 to be exact. I'm going to jump into my server on Discord. KO4PDI is the server. And if you click on Ragchew and you turn on your microphone, you could be part of the fun. I'm going to send my virtual camera over to Discord, and you will be able to watch this and listen and talk to me. Okay, I gotta get ready to get to work here. I hate watching people eat on live streams, and I'm doing it. By the way, if the map behind me disappears, it's through no fault of your own. Do not try to adjust your sets. It's just my Geocron is having a baby. It's been rebooting all day long since last night. I did everything I normally do to fix it. It ain't fixed. I don't know what's going on. But at least I got to enjoy a damn good ice cream sandwich. K9AUY is right down there taking a nap right next to me. She really wants me to take her for one more WALK before we go to bed tonight. And I'm getting ready to watch the ISS here, and then I'm going to watch the NASCAR race. Uh-oh. Somebody reported the ISS wasn't heard. Uh-oh. What does that mean? What's going on? And, excuse me, didn't mean to sneeze on the stream. What are you asking here, Dr. Banan? Or is it Banani? Emilio, how you doing? Oh, gee, it's funny. I don't hear him talking on the Geocron today because the Geocron's been rebooting all day long. So they're not on because they're doing a supply mission. Let's check AMSAT. So we go to the AMSAT page here. I'll show you what that looks like. First get the SAT on there and then go to the AMSAT page. This is the AMSAT page, and yep, we have two reports of not heard, and heard. Oscar Kilo 1 Victor Delta Delta said he heard it. Where is he? Bravo Golf 6 Hotel Victor Tango said he didn't hear it. And Oscar Mike 45 says he didn't. How many people are in space? The doc is asking me. There are 11 people right now on the ISS. I know for a fact 5 of them are hams. So let's go to the ISS status page. Here it says the Kenwood 710 status is configured. Default mode is voice repeater. This is telling me it's on. Oh, no. Status as of August 21st. Well, duh. Why don't you guys update this page? ARISS. I'm ashamed of you. You should have updated this page. Hey, Andy Cowley. Welcome aboard, buddy. We're going to listen to static now for about 10 minutes because the ISS is offline. It figures it's a perfectly good pass, 32 degrees above my house, and we're not going to be able to use it because it's off. We're going to try anyway. I don't care what anybody says. I'll do what I want. Nobody tell me what to do. You end up bossing me. Doesn't mean I'll get anybody to answer me back, but the last pass was a super low pass. So I really didn't expect to get anything, but I tried, and I thought I heard somebody on there. But obviously it wasn't there because they're doing a thingamabob today. This is supposed to be the most accurate page. Let's just go to home and then go to, where's the page I'm looking for? Oh, yes, TV. Current status of stations. No, it still says configured. It doesn't say it's supposed to be down. Normally, and then even on Facebook, let's go to their page. The antenna is beginning to move to meet it. ISS, let's go to their page and see. There's Chell Lindgren on the left there, and that's Owen Garriott on the right. I love space too, man. I've been a big space geek since Mercury program. Here it is. ISS outage. ARISS outage. During some we knew that. Progress vehicles, blah, 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 blah. September 9th through 14th, here's the schedule. September 9th and 10th, completed as planned. Okay, so that's the powering off. September 13th, that's today, about 12:40 UTC. Well, that makes sense. It's now 19:15 UTC. So, yeah, they shut it off 8:40 a.m. Powered on September 13th, about 12:40, 8:40 a.m. Eastern Time. Power on voice and APRS will be Sunday, 14:05 UTC, which is 10 o'clock in the morning. So after 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, the ISS will be back on. So it's supposed to be off right now. That's why nobody's talking on it. Well, there you go. La-di-da. Proves I haven't been paying attention. No, I haven't. I'll be honest. Very tough week. There is the chirp. The ISS is at the horizon. But we're not going to talk on it because it ain't there. It's at the horizon right now. SO50 is coming up in 43 minutes. You might want to try to jump on that. ISS, another pass tonight. And then at midnight, there's another one. At 3 o'clock in the morning, there's another. But all those don't matter because it's not going to be on until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. That would be Eastern time. So, yeah, oh well. Oh well, so it ain't going to happen. All right, so let's talk about something else. How's everybody doing today? I have to be honest, when Charlie Kirk was murdered by an assassin's bullet, everything stopped for me. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't know the man, but I'm a Christian, and he is an amazing voice for Christ in everything he does. And they killed him because they don't like the truth. So say prayers for our country. Say prayers for Charlie's family. His wife has to be the strongest person on the face of the earth. She has been posting pictures of Charlie in his coffin and her holding his hands crying. And then when they put the casket onto the airplane to bring him home, I don't know how you deal with this. The grief is extraordinary. Charlie Kirk was a very honest Christian man. Didn't pull punches. He was not mean. He was not evil. He did not talk about people in a bad way. All the things you hear on the left saying that are absolutely false. So don't believe him. He was probably one of the kindest, gentlest men that ever walked the earth, other than Jesus. And he talked to everybody with compassion and love. It didn't matter if you agreed with him or disagreed with him. He was faithful to the word. And Jesus, and we lost him. And what that means is next man up. Charlie once spoke, if you can find the clip, when Steve Bannon was sentenced to prison and he was going into prison in Danbury, Connecticut. Charlie said, I will do your show every day if I have to pick up the slack while you're away. Because right in the middle of the election, they wanted to silence Steve Bannon before the election, which they did. However, more people stepped up and took his place, and it was absolutely amazing. Iman, how are you today, Iman? Good to see you. I'm just barely getting by. I distract myself by watching Billy Joel concerts or playing with my dog, but it has to be some of the most painful losses that I've ever experienced in my life. Not because it's Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk was a man, like I'm a man. He was a good Christian man, like I'm a good Christian man. It was what it said to the world about the American people. There are American people who want this country destroyed. That attack was not an attack on Charlie. It was an attack on every person who believes freedom, free speech is the way to go, and that Jesus is the answer. I saw a great video tonight of Charlie Kirk. A guy asked him a question. He says, if you found out you had 30 seconds to live, what would be the first thing you would do? And he said, turn my will and my life over to the care of God as I understand God, a.k.a. Jesus Christ. Important stuff. Really important stuff. So remember that. All right. We're not going to do a satellite pass since it ain't there. It's not on till tomorrow. So thanks, Iman. I totally appreciate your support. I was basically not functioning much the last 3 days. It's because not only that, it was right the day before 9/11. 9/11 is, I can't tell you the pain I go through every year on 9/11. I do a lot of volunteering at times, not a lot lately, but in the past I did at the Elks Club. I'm an Elk member of the club locally, and I helped them with the sound system. I got all the TVs working. I did a bunch of work for them for free just to help out. And every year on 9/11, they have a wonderful ceremony to commemorate the loss of the people that we lost on 9/11. Some of these ceremonies were nice, but the point of the ceremony is for the community to get together and deal with it. In the recent years, they've changed the focus of the ceremony, but it doesn't matter. Most of the people there are firemen and policemen that lived in New York at the time of 9/11 and that retired after it, after losing 245 of their closest friends. Some of them have died from cancer, from the breathing in the asbestos and other stuff that was in the air back then. And these guys they're so special. These firemen that dug with their hands for 3 months in that pile, and I went there and I saw that pile, and it was atrocious. Just, you have no clue unless it was 10 blocks square, 10-story high pile of debris. Think about that. A city block is 1/10 of a mile. So mile square. 10-story high pile of debris. And I got there after they already removed a bunch of it. And there was still some of the facade of the building was still there. The massiveness of that. And my friend, Father Michael Judge, was one of the people who passed away that day. And so that alone, he was the greatest man I ever knew. That alone is what I go through every 9/11. I think about it. I remember it. I pray about it. But this year, I had Charlie Kirk on 9/10 that got killed, murdered by a sicko. They got the guy, but I don't look forward to everything that's going to happen between now and the time that he finally leaves this planet, which I wish was tomorrow. But I'm immobilized from all this stuff. It stops me from being able to do anything. So the good news is I got a NASCAR race to watch now. That'll keep my mind off it for a while. Hopefully I'll fall asleep watching that race. And then tomorrow I got church, so we'll pray about it at church, which I'm looking forward to. And Monday, the circuit board for the PSR 100 rotator that I'm building returns from Don Friend, who's a true friend and fixed my mistakes. Promised me it works. And all I got to do is put it together when it gets back here. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that Monday. That'll keep my mind off things for a while. Not doing Uber anymore. Kind of decided not to do that. It's not. There's a lot of wear and tear on my car. As a matter of fact, I got to get the right strut replaced on Monday. So I got things to keep me going and keep me busy and keep me from going stir crazy. And I got Goldie with me, and Goldie loves me, and she plays. She wants to play all the time. On that note, I'm not going to go on anymore. I'm not going to drone on in your ears about how miserable I am this past week. But remember what's important in life. For God so loved the world that he gave his only Son, that whosoever should believe in him shall not perish, but shall have eternal life. Charlie's in heaven right now, and I hope you go to heaven when you die. On that wonderful note, God bless you all. Be well. Talk to you soon. This is KO4 PDI. I'll be clear, 73.